Welcome to another episode of Promote You. This is my natural speaking voice. I'm Stephen Cohen. Can you guys imagine if I did talk like that? I'd have to promote even harder, or maybe I'd promote less hard. Who knows? I don't talk like that. I don't talk like that anymore. Uh, on today's episode of Promote You, we have a wonderful guest. It's Alex Fred. She's a stand-up comedian. She's a real estate agent, and she's been tousling her hair, trying to get ready in the background. Super excited to have her on. I'm going to bring her on.
Oh, hi.
You did it again. You tousled your hair.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you? How you doing?
I'm great. Thanks so much for coming on. I'm doing wonderfully. Thanks so much for asking. I appreciate it. So you went back to work today during the core.
Yeah. I go in for a couple hours a day now to make myself work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for doing that. We need homes to buy.
Yeah.
So how did you get into real estate to begin with?
I feel like I've had so many jobs that I didn't like. And a lot of my friends have told me that I would make a good real estate agent. And I've always loved looking on Zillow at big houses and little houses, but I don't know, I've been doing that since forever. So last summer I decided to take the test and I passed.
Congrats. That's awesome. Yeah. All right, cool. And what were those jobs beforehand? How did you end up with real estate?
Let's see. Where did it all start? I went to school for fashion.
Okay.
For a little bit at the University of Rhode Island. Yeah. And then I realized I'm not really that into this. So then I came home and I did graphic design. And I had a couple internships. And then I worked at a marketing company that did marketing for dating websites.
Okay. Can I ask which dating websites?
It was like Christian Mingle and JDate and like adult websites. Like there was one called Casual Sluts.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. I've never used JDate or Christian Mingle. So after that, well, during that time, was that when you first got into marketing? Was that your first marketing job?
Yeah.
Okay. What surprised you about marketing once you got into it?
I was more of a customer service kind of person. I did do graphic design for landing pages.
Okay.
But I was more into the customer service aspect of it, helping like advertisers and people advertising on Facebook that are trying to make money that way.
Okay.
But then the whole industry changed, so I went to another job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you also got into stand-up comedy kind of sort of recently.
Yeah.
Was it the same situation where people telling you should be a stand-up comedian, just like they were telling you should be a real estate agent?
I don't know if anyone ever told me I should be a stand-up comedian.
You should. You're very funny.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I started with improv.
Okay.
Yeah, I always loved watching stand-up, but I started with improv because I was too scared to just go straight into stand-up.
All right.
All nervous.
Fair enough. It's funny. I also started with improv and moved to stand-up later, and now I find that stand-up's so much easier. By the way, Kristen says, "OMG, Alex is so smart and beauty."
Oh, thank you, Kristen. I love Kristen.
She's very nice. Yeah. So you moved your way from improv over to stand-up. We can definitely go back and talk a little bit about improvisation. I suggest to people all the time, if you're having problems in sales, if you're having problems with marketing, go and take that Improv 1 level class. because what they teach you in there is basically how to have empathy for other people's situations. What tools did you find from improvisation that have helped you in your business career?
Whew, I guess more just like it more helped me with it helped my confidence just speaking to strangers, but it really did help more with stand-up comedy.
Okay,
Like the whole at UCB they taught us to heighten everything and
sure.
all the games we played. So I think that a lot of people shit on improv, but I think it definitely helps like the creative aspect. Like how can
Absolutely.
we get this to another level?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, can you give a description of heightening in a joke that you have?
Let's see. Whew, you're really putting me on the spot.
Yeah, I'm thinking about changing the show to putting you on the spot instead of promote you.
Let's see. I guess the one I just did like last night about how replying to an email is so mentally taxing.
Hmm.
I just said that I have to reread it 309 times. It takes me 4 hours to click send, and then I have to get into child's pose. I don't do any of that stuff, but it is mentally taxing.
It was a very good tweet. I'm a big fan of Child's Pose. It's very relaxing.
Best pose. I really only like the poses where that are comfortable.
Absolutely, I'm a big fan of comfortable yoga. It's great stuff. Shavasana.
Is that the one where
Excellent.
you're lying on your back?
That's corpse pose.
Yeah,
You're just a
that's,
dead person in that
that's my
pose. It's
favorite.
fantastic.
I wish all of yoga was just that pose.
It can be. There is restorative yoga, but that's not what this show's about.
No, no, no.
So we don't have to get into it too much. Yeah. Cool. So you've come into both of those fields. They've been good for you. Uh, where were you born? Where did you originally come from? Just to take it a little bit further back, and then we'll actually start getting into the marketing side of the show.
I was born in Essex County, New Jersey.
Ooh, it
And
sounds so
that's where
classy.
I am right now.
Nice.
Yes.
I've been to Essex. It's actually very nice.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you're in England. It sounds like a very fancy place.
Yeah.
Nice. Kristen says, ha ha ha, very funny tweet as always. Steven should have a bandana sponsorship. The ranch dressing sponsorship from Hidden Valley won't allow me to take on any clothing sponsorships in case they get into clothing. So I'm not allowed to, but thank you, Kristen. Why did I make up that lie? We're talking about improv. That's why. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I just wanted everyone to get to know you before we jumped into your thoughts and feelings on marketing. You're doing very well on Twitter, especially if you compare your Twitter to my Twitter. You're doing amazing. You're welcome. How long have you been using Twitter for?
I tried it out in 2013, and I was like, I don't get this.
Okay.
I just couldn't get into it. And then in January, my friend Katie Morrissey was like, you say really weird things. You have to go on Twitter. And then basically, like Katie and Peter Moran, they were like, they're really good at Twitter. And they kind of like, helped me out a little bit.
Yeah. So, when you say really weird things, I think a lot of people come to Twitter with this expectation that they have to have these really sharp, deep jokes, and sometimes, Alex, your jokes are very insightful. But how does it work that the weird stuff seems to connect so well with people? Why do you think that is?
I think I just try to be honest. like, I mean, some of it's like obviously heightened, but it all comes from real thoughts that I have. I just try to make it more entertaining. Um, what was your question again? Sorry.
I don't, it's okay. I've got ADD right now too, so now I don't even remember what my question is. How is it that you can put out on Twitter a you called it a weird thought, and it catches with other people? I've got my thoughts as to why it seems some of these weird thoughts get posted on Twitter, and then all of a sudden they've got 50,000 retweets. But I was wondering why you think that is.
I don't know. I try to connect with the gals. Um,
Okay.
um, I mean, I'm writing from a woman's point of view, so I feel like uh, I try to get get girls to follow me that are into other girls that I like.
Okay.
Um, so I think that helps.
Okay, so just connecting with a specific audience, having
Yeah.
a voice that you're trying to get across, for sure. And it's funny to me because some of your tweets that are obviously for girls really connect with me, just because I have female friends and I hear them say these things, and
Yeah.
it's like you're saying a funnier version. My assumption for why the weird stuff connects really well with people is I think everyone just thinks really weird thoughts
Yeah.
all the time, and you're just giving voice to them in a really fun and humorous way.
Yeah.
Um, have you Do you use any kind of A/B testing for your jokes?
Um, it depends. Sometimes I will show them to Katie.
Okay.
We share a lot of our tweets with each other. And then sometimes when I'm feeling wild, I just go on a spree of tweeting, or I just
Okay.
don't give a fuck, and then I will delete them later if I'm like, I don't like that one anymore.
Do you delete it just because you don't feel the joke, or do you delete it because it didn't hit the level that you were hoping for interaction? I
Like
see
both.
some people. I'm sorry.
Probably both.
Okay.
If it was
I
like,
see.
I have other good ones like around it. I have OCD, so I'm just like, I don't like that one anymore. Like maybe I could redo it somehow in the future to make it better, but I
Okay.
don't I don't ever feel weird about deleting them. I'm like, it's my Twitter, so I'll
Good
delete
for
it.
you.
Yeah.
Did you make any mistakes or things that you view now as mistakes early on when you started doing this? And if so, what were they?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think with Twitter it's like, I don't know, you make a mistake. It's
Oh,
what
absolutely. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. But I was just wondering if there were things that you did early on where you're like, oh, I don't do that anymore. It doesn't work. It's not effective for either your brand of comedy or just overall. It's not effective.
I think at first I switched kind of accounts, like on my ghost Twitter.
Yeah.
That was my like original Twitter, but then I
Oh,
felt more comfortable. It had my name on it, and then I felt more comfortable tweeting as like this old lady. Um,
okay.
I don't know why. I just felt like I could say weirder things, and it just like wouldn't matter. But then they were doing really well, and I was like, well, I kind of want to own my shit. So I put my face on it, not my name, because like people on the internet are scary.
Um, Jimmy Jams, Jim Spears, who I follows me. I think he follows you as
Yeah.
well. I think he found me through interacting with you. Wants to know, is Twitter comedy doing any good for your real world comedy? And real world comedy is kind of a weird thing right now, so it's going to get an interesting answer. But yeah, is it doing anything for your real world comedy?
Well, real world comedy, I guess, doesn't quite exist right now. The only real world comedy is like Zoom comedy, which I don't feel comfortable doing. It's nothing against it. If you want to do it, that's cool. I just don't like to look at myself doing comedy.
I did get a message from Zoom, the company, earlier, and they've heard that you've been saying that, and they are taking it personally. They're very offended. I understand you. It's a totally different beast than real stand-up comedy. It's very strange. Are you finding that it helps you, though? I saw you recently did a sketch using a filter. Is the Twitter writing informing your sketch creation or other forms of comedy outside of Twitter?
I think I'm definitely more into sketches right now, or just like filming little weird videos. I think if I have a tweet, like they'll go hand in hand. Like maybe I do a sketch first and then I tweet something related, or I'll do it the other way around.
Okay,
But,
nice.
Yeah.
So. I wrote a tweet when I first started like using the Twitter 2 months ago. The Twitter, God, how old am I? I first started using it 2 months ago. I've had it since 2010. I used the program called Crowdfire to get my followers up, but then I just ignored it for like the last 4 years. And I wrote a tweet that I liked, and then I filmed it in the house and was able to make a sketch out of it. And it was it was so much easier making a sketch out of a tweet and not really having to worry about it. And it came out silly and stupid, and it's fun. So I think Twitter's been helpful for that. And I think it's also been really great for connecting and communicating with people that really communicate. I don't find that I get that from Instagram.
No.
You know, people are just like, pretty picture, cute. Yeah. I like your puppy.
I can only kind of do one social media at a time. So when I'm like really into Twitter, like I don't really go on Instagram as much.
Yeah. Kristen S says rip real world comedy, but I'm actually doing a Zoom comedy show with her next week. Thank you, Kristen.
Woo! You guys are gonna kill it.
Yeah, Kristen. So Alex, as far as writing goes, do you find that you sit down and write out a bunch of jokes? Do you just come up with stuff and post it as you want?
I have a very hard time sitting down and writing. I just like I'll put things in my drafts and I'll like write the idea down as it comes in a draft. But lately I haven't sat down and just you said you do morning pages, which I think is really cool. That's always been very hard for me, especially now, because it's like, what do I even say?
I am very cool. I wear a bandana.
Yeah.
The morning pages are really interesting. You and I can definitely get into it more later, but the concept is you just sit down and you write whatever comes out of your head. It can be formatted or it can be anything. And the point is to just get yourself in the practice of writing, so that you have a concept, and also to kind of work out your voice, to turn the voice in your head into something useful. At least that's how I understand it. It's from the book The Artist's Way. At least that's what I've heard. I've never read that book before. I don't know.
I read that book. I think I read it. I think I read it on an app, one of those apps that like just tells you a summary about a book. You know, like the apps that just like condense the book in like 10 pages.
Okay, I should read that. That sounds great. I'm so bad at reading now. So as far as Twitter goes, is there anything that you're taking from your experiences with interacting with people on Twitter to your actual work life? Is there any connection for you there?
No, I try to keep my work life and my Twitter separate. Because I don't know, I feel like, so my coworkers know that I do comedy and they always want to like see me, and I'm always like, no, I'm still getting comfortable and I'm still trying to like find my vibes. So, and I don't want to bomb in front of my coworkers and then just like have them always talk about it forever.
So I apologize. I should have worded that question differently, but I feel like you answered a different question than I meant, so that's useful as well. What I meant is, are you learning any lessons from your experiences with Twitter that you've been able to turn over to your experiences with self-promotion for your real estate business?
So I was thinking about actually making a real estate Twitter, just like add it on to my accounts. Why not? I think
I
now.
actually already just created Alex Fred Real Estate Agent and Alex Fred Realtor. So you can't have those. I'm sorry.
Do you want me to buy them from you?
No, they're not for sale.
Okay. So just give them to me?
No.
Okay.
They curse a lot. So blue. Anyway, sorry. I think that's a great idea. So would you use that as an additional comedy page to kind of get people who are looking for real estate that have comedic viewpoints, or would it be a more serious one?
It'll probably be a more serious one.
Okay.
I actually I bought a couple real estate websites so I could get more marketing, get more people to my page from a website that's not like affiliated with my company, but
Okay.
like it's a good domain name. So I'm just excited to work on that. I have not actually worked on it yet, but I bought them.
Okay, that's great. So when you went through the process of buying them, did you go to different websites to price out the link? Did you just go right to GoDaddy?
I went right to GoDaddy. I do a lot of things where I just go to GoDaddy and I just like make up a website name and just buy it.
Okay.
Like, maybe one day I could sell this for $10,000.
You never know. I just bought alexfredrealtor.com a couple of minutes ago. I don't know if you saw me typing. So, as far as creating websites, is this your first time creating a website? Have you created websites before for yourself? Not for, I know for Christian Mingle and Jade 8, you were helping out there.
Yeah, I actually started I was really into making dumb websites since I was like, I don't know, like really young, I guess. Like I would make those AOL homepages, and then yeah, and I just kind of, when I worked with my mom, she had a bakery. I like made that website, and I did the online store. So marketing for that was pretty fun, actually. I really enjoyed doing marketing for my mom's bakery because.
What did you find out while you were helping market your mom's bakery? Was there anything that you learned through it that you wouldn't do again, or things that you felt worked really well that surprised you?
I made the online store for the bakery.
Oh, wow.
And I basically wore like a ton of hats in that job. I was at the front. I was filling macaroons. I was doing customer service. I was boxing the stuff to send. Like I did all those things. So I was doing it all at once, which was a lot. I wish I could have focused maybe just on the marketing, and that probably would have been more helpful.
So I did send you over a list of questions. I'm going to start to move over towards those. What were some early experiences? Obviously, you just mentioned one with a bakery. What were some early experiences with having to let people know about you, Alex Fred?
I mean, basically like everyone else, I had the Instagram, I had a Facebook. When I was like in college, I said really dumb shit on Facebook, put really embarrassing photos up on Facebook. And then I kind of realized like not everything has to go there.
That's a good lesson. I need to learn that lesson.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe in 10 years, I'll look back at my Twitter and be like, I don't know.
Maybe you'll look back and be like, man, I should have said some more crazy stuff. I'd be even further along right now. Who knows? I mean, stand-up comedy is a little bit different. Were there ever experiences in your youth where you found yourself uncomfortable letting people know about yourself, introducing yourself? Did you ever experience that?
I always felt like a little bit shy. Like I have weird sometimes I'll have anxiety and be shy. Sometimes I'll be outgoing. I really don't know. I change a lot. Depends on the day. But for the
Sure.
most part, I was shy, and I don't know. Like, I feel like in my early 20s, I got cyberbullied on the internet. So then I
Really?
was kind of scared to just like not be like perfect on the internet for a while. Do you know what I mean? Like have a perfect presence. And then
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I don't. Then I just stopped caring. I was like, that's no way to live. So.
So, Alex, when you were experiencing that, I'm going to use the word anxiety because that's something that I have sometimes. When you're experiencing that anxiety about who you are, and you still have to go in as a realtor or as a comedian, if you're talking to a booker, how do you deal with those emotions? Do you have any tricks? Do you have any exercises that you do? For
Um,
example, I use guided meditation.
I was doing that for a while. I think it did help me, but it
Okay.
is hard. It's like, I have ADD, so sitting there and really um, trying to meditate is very hard right now. But last year I was super into it. Um, I kind of just try to talk myself. I haven't done a show in a while, so usually before a show, I'm just shitting my pants the whole day. It's very scary the whole day.
You have to
Well,
bring several pairs of pants with you wherever you are. It's
yeah,
difficult. It's
yeah,
difficult if you're doing it all day.
yeah,
Okay. Fair enough. So you just kind of it sounds like you just kind of deal with it if you have to. You just,
yeah,
deal with
yeah,
the facts. The what you're getting in front of people or selling a house is, worth it to you. So you just experience it. It's always
yeah.
interesting to hear how different people deal with this stuff to me. What personal strengths do you have that have helped you with self promotion?
I guess I don't know. If I'm like creating something, I heard this like Kristen Wiig quote that really helped me. It was like if you're creating anything at all, it's dangerous to care about what people think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it is. So I try to think about that all the time. And she's like my spirit animal. So I love her quotes. And I kind of just like if it doesn't bring me joy to do it, the self promotion, then I just don't do it because I'm
Okay.
like
So you'd say your strength is following your joy,
yeah,
connecting to that? Okay.
yeah. I don't.
Cool.
Yeah, if it gives me too much stress, I'm like, why am I doing this? It should be fun. You know what I mean? Like, unless it's like an uncomfortable thing that I want to get out of my comfort zone. But if it's just like I don't want to waste my time, doing something that gives me so much anxiety.
Absolutely. What challenges have you run into with self promotion?
Hmm. Oh, I guess so. I guess budgeting your time on social media.
Yeah, that is
Um,
difficult.
like for real estate, like you should have a plan of your social media, like what you're gonna do on certain days.
Hmm.
Like maybe like every Thursday I have an automatic post, so I don't even have to like, worry about that. But just like if you're gonna post something, like maybe have certain days you do it, so you're not just scrolling and like having ADD and whatever. Same with comedy Twitter.
Okay.
I'm I'm addicted to comedy Twitter.
How much time do you spend on comedy Twitter?
Too much time. Um, like I love it though,
Sure.
but sometimes I'm like, oh, I need a break because my head hurts. But yeah, I have my main account and then I have the pop up comedy NYC account.
Hmm.
So I look through for funny tweets of people that I know or maybe people that I don't even know, and I post them.
Yeah. So when you're finding that you're spending too much time with Twitter and you try to pull away from it, do you find sometimes that you end up going right back in? You just pick your phone back up a few moments later, absentmindedly?
Yes. I'll like go on my phone and I'll be trying to do something else, but my finger just goes to Twitter. And then I totally forgot what I was going to do. And I'm just back on. It's like crack. I've never done crack, but I feel like it's like crack.
Has Miss Pippersnippets, the character, done crack?
She might have, but not me.
All right, fair enough.
I might have tried it once by accident, but like not me. I've never done crack.
Yeah, no, I get it. I can remove the character from the performer. I get it. Highbrow says the fun zone. I don't know if that's for you or for me. So I don't have any brothers, so I'm assuming it's not for me. So have you made any changes either with your social media, Twitter, or with how you approach marketing yourself for, well, can we take a step back for a second? How do you go about marketing yourself for the real estate, and how does the real estate company market you as well?
I could do more with that. The pandemic made me a little bit like being like, what am I supposed to do with real estate? But now it's kind of back in action. So I guess I have a Facebook page for that, for real estate, and I had an Instagram especially for real estate, but then I just used my other account for it. I was like, there's too many accounts. There's too many. So just my main Instagram is what I use for real estate.
Okay. And have you tried anything with the real estate Instagram where it just didn't work and you were totally sure it would work and you said, I'm not gonna do that anymore?
I haven't really done much with it in a long time because I started out with like 0 followers in, I don't know, when I really started getting to real estate in like September. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, it's too much. Like, I don't have this kind of time to just like build this Instagram, and I could just use my other one with people that I know. And I already have like 800 followers on that one. So it's like, why not just use that?
Okay. So, I mean, that's a great answer to it, is creating an additional account when you've already got an account that you can use.
Yeah.
What's the point of that? So on your personal account, how do you separate your personal posts versus your business posts in your mind? Or is there separation? Are you just always the realtor now on that?
Yeah. Like I'll put up so that account is just like my personal life. And so when I sell a house, I'll just post it. So yeah. People know that I'm a real estate agent that I know, and they'll call me if they need to find a place to live.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you find that Alex, you're a fun person. I don't know you. I've never met you in real life. We've talked on the phone a couple of times and chatted online. You're just a very fun person. Do you find that when your personality bleeds over on that Instagram page and people can see, oh, Alex is fun, that maybe some people want to work with you, and also possibly the people that you might not enjoy working with maybe see that and go, oh, she's fun, has that yeah.
Like, I know it's hard because I want to keep a level of professionalism on there, but some people have reached out for new business, so that's good, like friends that I haven't seen in a long time. Yeah, but I want people to know I'm serious about it. So
Jim Spears says when he's on Twitter, one of the things he thinks of is, what would MP do? That's a very interesting thought. So something that you've mentioned twice now, or at least in my mind you've mentioned twice now, is finding an audience and connecting to the audience. With Instagram for your real estate, it's using your actual personality and maybe cleaning it up a small amount for people that are looking for real estate, so that people can say, "Oh, she's professional, but she's going to be a hoot to hang out with." And then on Twitter, you were trying to connect with women and bring them fun and humor. As far as creating an audience goes, have you had experiences where you've had to push away members of the audience on social media? Because I hear about this a lot for women. I haven't really experienced it. Has it been an issue at all?
Like you mean like strangers being
Stranger
weird?
danger. Yeah.
There's always stranger danger. It's like it kind of goes hand in hand with real estate. There's just danger around every corner. But
is there anything that you do specifically to deal with those situations? Do you just block people immediately? Do you have like a process for it?
Yeah, I after experiencing like crazy people on the internet like 10 years ago, it's basically just like some people are just really unhappy and they have to spread that around. So now I'm just like, they're not happy. It's not my problem. They hate me for some internalized reason, whatever. So block them, whatever. As long as the threat isn't, I don't know, just block them, get them out.
Okay.
Get them away. Yeah.
Okay. That's great. As far as the real estate and the Instagram side goes, it is more visual. You've got a background in fashion. Have you found that the education in fashion has helped out?
Yeah. I mean,
in your
graphic design has helped, fashion has helped. I'm a pretty creative person, so like I'll design my own postcards that go out for real estate. Oh yeah, you asked me about that, like how do we promote?
Yeah.
We make like cards like this.
Okay.
We send them in the mail and then we promote on our stories and then on our Facebook page.
Okay. Oh yeah, bring it up. Let's see it again. Oh, that's classy Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So as far as word of mouth goes, I have to assume that word of mouth is vital for a real estate agent. I know it's vital for a comic because if you're a jerk somewhere, people won't invite you to their bar show. If a booker likes you, then they'll introduce you to another booker or something. How does word of mouth cut for you? How has that worked for you so far? You've been doing this for a year now, real estate?
Yeah, almost, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, so word of mouth is hard right now, I guess, because you have to. It's a hustle, real estate as is comedy. Both have a lot of rejection.
Yeah.
I just love getting rejected.
Do you?
I guess.
I feel like
that's why I chose these two things that are full of, but they're fun at the same time.
I love the reward enough that I'm willing to deal with the rejection in sales and stand-up comedy. But yeah, it still hurts, and I think that that's something people don't understand. They go, "Oh, you're so brave," but there's no bravery. I just know I'm going to get knocked down, and then I'll just get back up like I have in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, sorry.
I was just saying, there's so many times where I just like cried on in the bathroom,
Yeah.
like at like the comedy club or on the bus home.
Yeah.
But then you have a good day and you're like, that was fun. I'll keep doing it.
Thank you for sharing that. I think that's really important for people to be able to hear. So just to sum up, a few things, and to go back to it, it seems like, knowing who your audience is and being able to build towards it is one of the most important things that you can do with social media and marketing. What is there anything else that we said that you want to sum up and just rehash real quick?
Let's see. Do what you're comfortable with on social media, and if you want to get out of your comfort zone, or if you're not comfortable with something, ask yourself why. Just follow your joy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Happy on social media because it'll be there forever.
Yeah. And it's okay to cry on a bus or inside of a comedy club.
Yeah.
Because once you're done crying, you're going to go back on stage and knock out some jokes later and have a really great time. And who knows? And I just want to reiterate Jim Spears's what would MP do? What would Ms. Pipper Schnippets do? It's a great question. She might do crack. We're not sure. Alex Fred definitely never has.
No.
But her character might have.
Miss Pipper Schnippets is crazy. She does whatever the fuck she wants.
She wilds out. She does.
Wild.
Yeah. Like I bet she like goes out to like happy hour and orders like a Mai Tai or tropical drinks, and you're just like, you're not on vacation. What are you doing with a tropical drink? But she does it.
No. She'll order like a tropical drink and like chase it with a glass of whiskey.
Holy crap.
She does.
She's a wild one.
She's a wild one.
So as far as what you're working on right now, do you have any sketches or anything coming out? Where can people find your projects and all of your different fun stuff that you're doing?
If I do something new, I will probably post it on. I mean, I'm always thinking about what to do next. But now that I'm back at work, I'm getting a little busier. So I'll post it on my Instagram or on Twitter.
Cool. So. And they're both at lol occur.
Yeah.
Is it lol occur? Is that
LOL occur?
Okay. Excellent. Yeah. I assumed it was a kind of a Cardi B-esque reference.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, Alex, is there anything else you'd like to let everyone know about?
I think that sums it up, you guys. Just stay safe out there.
Nice. And if you can go back, Alex, in the comments, and at the end of this, just type in where people can connect with you so they can see it inside the comments. Because lol might be a little bit difficult for some people to figure out.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for doing this, Alex. It was wonderful.
I had a lot of fun.
Have a wonderful night. What'd you say?
Thanks for having me. I had a lot of fun.
Awesome. If you drink, guys, get home safe. Don't drink and drive.
No, don't do that.
Thanks so much. Bye.